We welcome you back inside March Madness.
Crier.
Condensed highlights starting in the second half of Duke and Houston. And Cooper Flagg knocks it down. They're up 47-38. They would increase that lead to double digits. And then here comes Houston.
They just wouldn't stop coming. They would not stop coming. I thought this bucket here was a big one for Cooper Flagg, who was
huge
outstanding tonight. Pushed it back to 9, but Houston clawing away, knocking down key threes, managing the clock, getting turnovers.
Oh, this was huge.
That was a big one. Charles talked about the inability to get the ball in bounds.
He got fouled on that.
Thrust.
He almost got fouled on that.
He sure did, Kenny. And then you missed the front end of a 1-and-1.
Oh, that's a tough call right there.
And that was a hard call against
That was a
Cooper Flagg.
tough call.
That's
right
how
there.
things start to turn when the momentum goes against your 62% free thrower in Jaywan Roberts.
No, you got it.
Knocks down both of them.
Oh, that's a great look. That's the look that you want to have.
That's a quality look. I agree, Kenny. That's
I don't know about that, guys. I think at the end you got to go strong with the ball. Make the ref make a call.
I
No
agree
fade
with you
away.
on that one. I ain't shooting no fade away. Yeah, well, we can argue that, but it's still a shot that he feels good about being able to make.
I know he makes 8 out of 10 of those, though. Sheesh.
A bitter end of the season for Cooper Flagg and for John Scheyer and for the Blue Devils of Duke. Meantime, this might go on for hours.
So, Jay, how you obviously the only one being in this situation. What do you do in a quick turnaround to get ready for Florida?
Let me before you do that, let me hear from John Scheyer with Tracy Wolfson.
Well, Coach, I know this one hurts. One field goal in the final 10 minutes. What happened down the stretch that got your guys out of sorts?
Well, it's hard to process still. And, I thought our guys did an incredible job the whole game. And, I thought we had some good looks, didn't finish. You have to give Houston a ton of credit. And then still, even with that, we have the lead, with under a minute to go. And, I couldn't be more proud. I'm not about to hang our head. I mean, this is part of it. You gotta handle the wins, and you gotta handle the losses too. And in a moment like this, we're this close, and we felt we were the best team. The best team tonight was Houston, and hats off to them.
I see your emotions. I'm sure there are a lot of emotions in there. What did you say to them, especially a lot of those guys that won't have another opportunity?
Well, to me, it's a group that's done this differently. They've come together. A young team, the transfers that have come in, the guys that have come back. I feel we were one of one in terms of the way we put this thing together, and it's been a magical ride. We believed with everything we had, we were going to win a championship here. And so I feel for them because they're competitive and they're going to think about plays. I didn't help them enough. And that's where my mind goes. And I couldn't be more proud of them, though. You got it. This is part of it. This is part of it, unfortunately. And, we haven't been in a lot of those games. And we've watched a lot of game situations and practiced, and that's where I wish I could have helped them more. But they played their hearts out. We knew it was going to be a tough game, and just really feel for our guys.
I appreciate the time. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Tracy.
Now, Jay, if you can remember the question Charles posed.
Yeah, because you only got tomorrow, obviously.
Yeah.
What can you, without getting the players going crazy, what can you give them in 24 hours?
You got to pick a team that you played previously in this season that's similar to Florida. And I'm thinking Houston played Auburn. And they might say, look, this is going to be like an Auburn scout. So the guys can remember, okay, what did we do against Auburn and what did we have to concentrate on against, rather than give them a whole new scouting report on Florida. And that's what I think Kelvin Sampson's going to do. He's going to compare them to Houston or to Auburn or someone else they played like that.
Duke is 35-4. Houston is 35-4. Houston's season continues. It's over for Duke, and they get 35-4 Florida on Monday night.
Yeah, well, we knew these were the 4 best teams in college basketball, and we're going to have a heck of a championship game on Monday night.
Listen, just walk in the locker room and say, Let's go, like John Thompson, let's win a damn national championship.
That's going to do it for Inside March Madness presented by Buick. Can't believe what we just saw and cannot wait to see what Monday holds in the championship game. Good night from San Antonio.